Hi heathens and happy Halloween. I am starting this video with my hair down because I just got out of the shower, as I'm sure you can tell from it being pretty darn wet still. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a claw clip and clip it up and out of the way. It looks a little crazy, but that's okay. So this is just going to be like not necessarily a Halloween look, because it's not going to be like a costume makeup per se, but it's going to be a deep Halloween inspired spooky type look. So without further ado, let's get on in. So I am going to just chat while I get ready. My hair is going to be like dripping down my back, which is always really fun. So what is everyone's plans? I am doing nothing tonight, and I made a ham last night, so we have some nice leftover ham for today. Yes, I made ham on Halloween. Don't ask. I'm going to go in first with the Italia Deluxe Brow Pencil in Hazel. I use this one quite a lot. But I have no like actual Halloween plans. I dressed up Friday at work, and I was a pig in a blanket. So I did like all pink makeup, had pig ears, had a little pink bow tie, and then wrapped myself in a blanket. The costume also came with a tail, but it like attached with a little Velcro strap, so I would have had to have worn blue jeans, and I felt like, because I was going to have the blanket on all day anyway, it's not like you would see the tail, so I did not wear that. And I did not wear the nose that comes with it, because it like straps across the face, and it just wasn't comfortable. If I was going to be wearing it like just for pictures or something, it would have been fine, but not to wear to work for 8 hours. So, you know, but it was cheap. It was like $9 off Amazon or something, 9 or 10 for all 4 pieces, so that wasn't bad. Then obviously I had my own blanket and the makeup. I just didn't have the funds to go all out this year like I did last year, where if you follow me on Instagram or something, you would have definitely seen was a Winifred look from Hocus Pocus. I was very proud of that. It looked really good, if I say so myself. I feel like you're a little high. Are you a little high? Is that a little better? Okay. So next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the eyes, because I'm afraid there might be a little bit of fallout. So I'm going to be tapping into mostly the Disney Villains Misunderstood palette, which was the ColourPop collab. Now, this is what the inside of the palette looks like, and I'm only using a few of these shades. And then the other thing is going to be a liquid shadow, if it works. And I say if it works because I've had it for quite a while. I don't know if it's any good anymore. So, I'm going to tap in first to Devious. I was trying to use like spooky themed products. The blush did not fall into that category, but the palette and the highlighter do, and they're both actually from the ColourPop Disney Villains collection, because short of anything from the two ColourPop and Hocus Pocus collections, these are like the only spooky makeup items that I own. I need more though. I feel like that fits my aesthetic. Spooky makeup. Especially since like this one has a lot of colors too that aren't necessarily associated with Halloween, but depending on what you're doing, you know, would be perfectly fine. We're just using this to kind of build up a transition, because then we're going to be going in with quite a deep color. So I'm going to be going in with the Fates, which is the matte blue. This palette does not have as many mattes as it does shimmers, So I'm just tapping into this, and I'm going to tap off the excess, and we're just going to pat before we blend. Like I said, I don't know if the shimmer I have is even good anymore, and you'll see what I mean when I pull it out, because I've had it for a while. So if it's not, I do have a kind of backup plan, so it's not going to be all for naught if that doesn't work. But we're going to do kind of a halo eye look. And I figured going dark blue fill into the nice spooky vibes without being, you know, too outright Halloween, because since I'm just chilling again today, I'm not doing any kind of costume. I felt like doing anything too costumey would be a little over the top. So we're just doing a nice dark look. And it's going to be kind of, I don't want to say messy, but kind of grungy and smoked out. I got this one a little too low. That's okay. I know that using this, there's a chance for it to go too far or have some fallout. So again, that's why I definitely wanted to do my eyes first today. Usually I do, because I guess I'm just a messy shadow applier, because I typically tend to have fallout. Like, that's pretty common for me. I'm going to take this and kind of round out the edges now. Ooh, I don't know if you heard my stomach. If so, I'm really sorry. I'm getting kind of hungry. I was talking about that dang ham, and now I want a sandwich. Alright, so we're going to see if the shimmer I have is going to work for this. Now, oh, my back is so wet. The shimmer I have is a BH Cosmetic Eye Lights in Chill Pill. So it's like this duo or trichrome, kind of purple and blue and green. So this thing's kind of old. So I don't know how well it's going to work. Oh yeah, it seems to be doing fine. So we're just taking that all the way up the middle to create that halo. And then I'm going to flip this around because it's like a double-sided doe foot. I don't know that it's going to dry down quite right, because on this side, the first side, it does look like it's getting a little clumpy. So I might have to push that down with my fingers some. Right there. Oh, no, I'm just pulling off the pigment. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Let's tap that back down. I'm going to say that that is probably due to how old this product is. The fact that it works at all and isn't completely dried out is very impressive to me. So we're not going to blame it for getting patchy or clumpy. We're going to blame Sunny for that, because I'm also going to squeeze out my hair while this dries. I have, like, literally, I can feel a giant wet streak down my back. It's great. So good. Love it so much. Alright, that kind of dry. This is definitely going to get kind of crazy. That's okay. We're going to change plans a little bit. And I'm going to take the shade 101 in this palette, which is the black. Just going in with the same brush so it has a little bit of that blue still on it. Just tapping in, tapping off, and deepening the outside. Not in the inside though. Alright, now I'm going to take, on a flat brush, the shade Jetsam, which, if this picks it up, I'll be able to show you what it is. But it's like the, shimmery blue in here, which, I mean, from the name, I guess you'd kind of expect, but I'm going to spritz that brush, and we are going to take that just on the inner third of the eye, kind of blending it into the liquid shadow a little bit. And then I get a little bit more. And do the same thing on the other eye. Just going up. And connecting those two shades. This one is not rounded quite as well. Yeah, it's already starting to clump and crease on that side. We're going to ignore that because, again, it wasn't my fault. And what we're going to do instead is take, debating getting another palette, but I think I'm just going to take Flotsam, which is funny that I'm using it with Jetsam. And it's like this pinky color. And I'm going to tap that over the middle to see if I can't kind of cancel out some of the creasiness by giving it a little extra glow. It's kind of taking away some of the dark spookiness, but that's okay. I think it looks pretty cool like that, actually. Alright, now we're going to move on to face. So I'm going to be doing, where did I put my foundation? Here. The Revolution Conceal and Define in F1. Y'all have seen me use this 100 times. It's got giant doe foot applicator. So we're just going to tap it across the face before I go in and start spreading it out. And then I'm going to just turn all these into little lines so it's a little easier to spread. Put that back in. And then I'm going to take my trusty BH flat top brush, which is pretty much the only brush that I use in here for foundation unless it's like really dirty. Hands down my favorite foundation brush. Like, if I could get like 3 more of these so that I have an extra in case it's dirty and one to keep in my bathroom, I would be so set. Because even the other flat top brushes that I have, they just don't seem to work as well as this one does. I don't know, just something about it is pretty magical. And I'm really glad that I discovered it, because when I first started using foundation, well, if we go all the way back to when I tried using it in high school, I used the powder puff that came in the powder compact because liquid foundation was way too intimidating. But if we go back to when I first started using liquid foundation, I had tried all kinds of methods of application and they all looked horrible. And turns out it was just the foundation I was using. But, you know, I've mentioned that foundation. It was the original Wet n Wild Photo Finish. Photo Focus, Photo Finish, whatever it was called. that smelled like, oh my gosh, my stomach, that smelled like paint. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Worked incredible for some people. I still know people that to this day use it. Not good on me. Okay, so if you can see how this looks on my nose, that's kind of how that foundation looked all over every part of my face. It was so bad. So, question, since my stomach is growling, how do y'all eat leftover ham? Do you just eat it, or are you weird like me and prefer to make a sandwich out of it? Because I prefer to make a sandwich out of it. Just a little bit of butter, the ham, that's it. I'm gonna set this a little bit. I grabbed the wrong brush, but it's what we're gonna use. I don't know if this is even gonna deposit the powder well. This is like a kind of almost duo fiber stippling brush, and it's really thin across the top, but whatever. It seems to be doing it fine. But Michael thinks I'm weird because I want to make a sandwich out of it instead of just eating it. So I want to see if I'm the only one. I mean, I can just eat it. I just don't prefer to, you know? Prefer to make a nice, warm, melty, buttery sandwich. Okay, now I'm going to take the flat top brush the flat brush that I was using for the shimmer. And I'm going to tap back into that shimmer, which was Jetsam, and go into my bottom lash line. I will show you all the eyes up close in just a second. You'll probably be able to see where I just got that one all in my eye on this side. I'm going to do my inner corner highlight real quick, and I'm actually going to be taking Facile, which is the green in the palette, and using that as my little pop of color for the inner corner. Went way further in on that side, so I'm going to try to even it out. There we go. Alright, let me show y'all this. Okay, now we're going to put on a little bit of blush. I'm going to be using not a spooky one. Were there any spooky blushes from like any of the ColourPop collabs? That's mainly what I'm thinking of because that's what I have. I don't think there were any spooky blushes. Well, that's sad. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Pressed Blush in the shade Foxy, which is just like a nice light orange, orangish peach. I'm going to peel this sticker off the mirror. Oh, that's satisfying. Okay. Because I figured, get a little bit of orangey peach. 'Tis the season. I know most people say that about Christmas, but for me, Halloween is the season. And it starts pretty much as soon as summer ends. It is then spooky time. And it remains spooky time until it is time for Thanksgiving, where I will be making yet another ham. And then I'll make another one for Christmas. My nose looks so bad, and I don't know why. Like, I use that foundation all the time, and it usually sits pretty good on all of my face. But I guess today, maybe my shower just really dried out my nose or something, which is weird because I used my Keys Soul Care Moisturizer, which I got from Influencer when I got out of the shower, and I made sure to put some on my nose. So I don't know what that's about. Just a nice orangey peach blush. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put something on my lips because they hurt. This is the Lime Crime little velveteen lip in the shade Mimi. Now, I want to go neutral. I thought I was going to use this, but I know it's all going to come off once I start eating anyway. So let's just take Smashbox and Stepping Out little super mini. And then oh man, I'm running out. Because, like, there's a lot stuck to the other side, but it isn't spreading. I think that's as good as we're getting with the lips. Alright, let's go into mascara before we do highlighter. We're gonna do the Tarte Gifted, what is it? Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. It's kind of hard to see mascara because the shadow is so dark, but it's there. See, it's times like this that I wish I was a little more confident wearing falsies, but I also can't wear my glasses when I wear them. So, like, what's the point? Because I don't wear contacts and I literally can't do anything without my glasses. So I'd literally be putting them on for the video, maybe for a few pictures afterward, and then having to pull them off anyway. Yeah, just a little extra layer. I normally don't layer up mascara, but I'm very pleased with the way this look is turning out. And then, last but not least, we have our highlighter, and I'm going to be using, like I said, from the Disney Villains ColourPop collection, the Cruella highlighter, which is called You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles. I'm gonna finally take the plastic off of that mirror, and I'm gonna just tap in with my finger. This is a very, like, glittery, champagne-y, I don't particularly know how to describe it. It's a lot of glitter. That's the best description I can give you. If you can see it, it's gorgeous. But I know that glitter is not everyone's favorite thing, particularly when it comes to highlighter. I know plenty of people that will use, like, glitter eye toppers and glitter eyeshadow, but they do not want glitter in their highlighter. And I don't mind, as long as it's like this, where it's like fine little bits of glitter and color, and not just like gigantic chunks of glitter. But I think that goes well with the blush. Anyway, this is my finished, oh, we gotta set it. It's almost finished. my finished kind of spooky Halloween look. I'll take my hair down. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you are doing for Halloween, if you have done any Halloween themed looks this year. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys next time. Bye.